The Good Life with Chris Register. We are on episode 9, and episode 9 is my 8 business failures in life. Some of these they're gonna be kind of funny, but you gotta understand I was in my early 20s doing some of this stuff, but I can tell you that I'm so happy that I did them now because I learned so much from them, and it's just that failure thing, that failing forward. When you do fail, you look back and you can figure out why you did things, why they didn't work out, and you can use that stuff today to help you out. So I don't know if you guys saw that post I posted with the people over in the English countryside, and they're literally selling air. All right, they're taking jars and they're filling them up with air, and they're selling them for $115. So if you ever have an idea, don't ever feel that your idea is stupid. Please just do it. Just try. I mean, just thinking about that. I mean, a lot of you guys watching here live in Florida. I mean, go sell sand. I mean, they're selling air. Go sell sand. Florida beaches. Bam, sand. There you go. I just gave you guys an idea. All right. So, one of my first businesses. I think I just wanted to start businesses. So one of the first things I did, this is in 2002. I was 20 years old, and I wanted to. They came out with the curbing. I think this is about the time they came out with like that curbing, that landscaping in front of houses, like the concrete curbing. Well, I wanted to do that. I don't know if I was really passionate about it. I just wanted a business, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. I see it looks really good. I guess I thought the product looked really good, so I wanted to get in that business. I'm like, I could probably make some money doing this. All right, my mind is make money, make money, make money. So my cousin was in he owned a landscaping business, and he gave me one of the machines, a used one. So I started practicing with it, and then he gave me the trowel where you can actually go around and you have to shape these things and smooth them out. And I think it brings like the water and stuff to the top to get these things working, to get this nice curbing. So I'm actually trying it with a partner, a buddy of mine. We were trying to do it, and it was so difficult. It was so difficult for me. I don't know if it was just I didn't have the skill or whatnot, but what did I do? I gave up. I gave up. This is the earlier version of me. I gave up. I was like, oh, it's too difficult. I went on to something else, okay? And I'll tell you later on why people give up and why I was giving up and stuff. You guys might already have an idea. But, so I decided to go on to something else. I was like, I'm going to give up on that business. So that was just kind of like I just didn't even try. I didn't really try. So that was kind of, I look at that as a failure. I'm like, dude, you didn't even try. You failed. So the next thing I went on to, this is funny. This is still 2002, okay? And American Idol just came out, right? So I decided I wanted to create a website. And this website was www.searchingonastar.com. I actually just looked it up, and no one still has it. So obviously it might not be that wanted, but it was called searchingonastar.com. Now what in the world is that website about? Well, I just told you guys American Idol. I wanted to create a website. This is the internet. I wanted to take the internet and I wanted to use it as a way to find talent, to find people, whether they're great musicians or just have skill. I wanted to find stars and people and put them on this website and get them out there. That's what I wanted to do. Almost like what happened, if you think about this, what happened to Justin Bieber. He was using YouTube, and he was found. A lot of people are found on the internet. So the idea wasn't that bad. It was really, I would say, kind of ahead of the game. It just, I mean, maybe the website didn't sound perfect, searchingonastar.com, but still, I felt that you could use that for people to find themselves and to get noticed and to become something. So that's what I was actually trying to do. So I started working on this website, and I was trying to write the code. And it was very difficult for me because I'm trying to teach myself how to write code. And what I do, I gave up on it. So as you can see, last one was difficult. This one was difficult. So I'm giving up when I'm hitting my first obstacle, my first roadblock. Okay, that's a no-no in today's world for me especially. So what I do after that, I decided, I was always thinking. My brain wouldn't stop thinking. I wanted to make money. I wanted to do something. I just wanted to own my own business. I just wanted to do something. This was like a fire inside of me. Just kept wanting to do something. So what I do, I end up opening up 2 stores. I was probably about 21 now, 22. 21, 22. I wanted to open up 2 stores. I opened up one in Melbourne Square Mall, and I opened up one in Vero Beach Mall. These are the retail kiosks. Like you'll see all these little like novelty, specialty items. They're specialty carts. And I had a business called, you guys are going to laugh at me, Hair Creations. All right, Hair Creations, which are hair extensions, fake hair. I was selling fake hair in the mall. I wasn't really always working the cart. It was very uncomfortable. A guy selling hair, just that's just not for me. I just didn't. But I was so caught up in wanting to own my own business and wanting to make money, and like that's all I focused on is I want to own my own business and make money. I didn't even care about the product. I don't even know why I thought that would be a great product and it would be a long-term product. I don't know. I knew somebody that was working in Atlanta, and theirs was working in a couple malls up in Georgia. So I was like, oh, I'll try it here. I didn't believe in the product, but I wanted to have stores and I wanted to try to make money. So what I do, I opened up these 2 stores, and I signed mall leases. These mall leases are sometimes long. They're like 2-year leases. And the stores obviously didn't start doing well. Sorry, something alerted me. The stores didn't do well. So what did I have to do? I had to close up shop. Well, what I ended up doing, I still had these mall leases. I went and found another product. So now I'm trying to sell this other product, and this product's called Disc Gear, all right? So Disc Gear were CD cases, right? And the way they wanted us to sell these things is people walking by, I'm sorry, we had to be like the annoying person stopping people and stuff in the mall, and you had to do a demonstration. You put the case on the ground in front of the person, and then you stomped on it. Well, let me tell you something about that. When you stack CDs like this, and you stomp down on top of them, there's a high probability that they're not going to break, all right? So that was the whole pitch, is that, look, we could put all these CDs in this case, and it's indestructible. Look, your CDs didn't break. They're all fine. Well, yeah, it's because they all were stacked on top of each other, but that was the whole pitch. So I was trying to sell these CD cases. Well, that only lasted probably about a month or 2, but I still had this mall lease. So what did I have to do? I need to find another product, do something to just try to make money, try to make this stuff happen. So I ended up doing an as seen on TV card, all right? So I found a vendor in China, and I found some cheap products. It was like they had like the Steam Buddy. They had the hose that was like, it almost looked like a Slinky. There was all those as seen on TV products that you guys have probably seen throughout the years. Well, I had like a bunch of them, so I ordered them all, me and my buddy, and we opened them up, one in the Melbourne Square and one in the Vero Mall, and that was short-lived also. So pretty much, I went down swinging with that retail store. I had the hair card, I had the Disc Gear, and then I had the as seen on TV. Didn't work. I pretty much at one point, I remember I was working I worked 90 days straight in the mall, open to close, because I could no longer afford employees. And that's what I had to do just to try and stay alive and just kind of let it run its course. Now that I'm older, I've learned a lot from those businesses, and I just wasn't ready. I was young. I was 21, 22. So what happens? Did I stop? No, I wanted to try to find something else. I was so caught up on, I just want to make a lot of money. I want to drive a Ferrari. That's what I want. I want a Ferrari. I want to make a lot of money. And at that time, that young mindset, I want to be a baller. That's who I wanted to be. And I had this drive inside that I was willing to just try anything. So here's another business that I did, which was on eBay. I had an eBay store. And I became a power seller from this business. And I was selling a lot of products. Well, I learned after I found that vendor that with the as seen on TV products, I started finding more vendors overseas. So I was buying stuff wholesale. Well, this was, what year was this? It was when, I don't know if you guys remember the show, Laguna Beach came out, and all these ladies, they wanted those Chanel purses. The Chanel with the 2 C's. They look like this. You guys remember these? All right. So I was ordering these from China. But here's what happened on my first order. Let me tell you this. I got a bunch of purses in, and my buddy opened up the box, and he's like, Chris, we got a problem, man. I'm like, what? He's like, dude, these are all just like generic. These aren't Chanel purses that we ordered. These are all like just generic purses, pink, blue. I'm like, what? So I go and I reach out to my vendor over in China. I'm like, hey, man, you guys just ripped us off, man. I was buying $50 each a purse, and these are supposed to be those Chanel purses, and they're not the Chanel purses. They're a bunch of different. So you know what they tell me? They're like, Chris, we had to get them through customs. You need to rip off the old purse, that purse. And I'm like, what? And they're like, you have, because I didn't know anything. I was a young guy. I'm like, well, I don't know. What do you mean going through customs? So they're like, you have to rip open the purse and the other purses in there. So I told my buddy, I was like, hey, rip open the purse. So he rip opens the purse, and here comes this nice Chanel purse, like here, right? Now, I'm ashamed of this because I was selling purses that weren't real. They weren't authentic, but I wasn't advertising them that they were real, all right? But I was selling them for $250 each, and I was buying them for $50 or $60, depends on, there's medium totes and there's large totes, and I was making $200 a pop off of each purse. It worked. It worked for a little bit until eBay decided to smack my hand and tell me you need to stop trying to sell fake purses on eBay. That's not right. So I stopped. I was trying to hustle and make money. So I made a little bit of money, and then it just ran short because it wasn't the right thing to do. So on to the next business. The next business I ended up doing, and this one is actually still a good business, and I messed up because I ordered the wrong product. And here I am still ordering stuff from China. I'm ordering stuff from overseas. And those air advertising balloons. Here's me, years ago, blowing it up in my front yard, like testing it out and stuff. So I was going to do those advertising balloons because I found out, I'm like, hey, this business is actually a good business. I mean, I can buy these products. We're going to move balloons around, and they're advertising for businesses, and people like to advertise. They use them. They're good for advertising, getting that traffic driving by. And the balloons lease a month for like $800. I'm like, dude, if I get 10 of these things and I'm just moving these balloons around, I mean, it sounds easy. I'm moving balloons around and I'm making that's $8,000, man. I'm like, dude, I'm in. So I started this business. It was called Air Up Advertising. Created the logo, business cards, all that whole 9 yards. That's one thing that I always did was like create these like business cards, and I felt like I was in business, but you got to focus on the business itself, and those little items later to make you look like you're in business, they can come later. So I ended up doing the Air Up Advertising, and I ordered these balloons, and I was trying to cut costs. Here's my mistake. I bought balloons that were not good, thick material. So when you when you see this like fan down here, when you blew it up and the air was blowing into this, it was like leaking. It was leaking like slowly out the out the fabric. So the balloon wasn't being held up long enough. And it was just not sturdy, it wasn't strong, it wasn't the right ones. I tried to cut costs. So I spent a lot of money on a bunch of crappy balloons, and those balloons actually just didn't work. I had like a gorilla and stuff, and it was just the cheap material, and it was a mistake of mine. And the business didn't work. I remember having one of them on Wickham Road for a pizzeria, and the balloon is like all over the place, and I was getting scared that it was going to go into the traffic, cause an accident. I'm like, dude, this is a problem. Like, pull this balloon down. And I stopped with it. I continued to focus on real estate during that time, and I just stopped with it. So that's another one that if I would have did it right, and I would have probably put a little bit more effort into it, and when it got difficult, didn't kind of just like, I'm over it. But I'll tell you later why these things aren't working out. I mean, I'll give you exactly. And here's my eighth one. I think I went over all. So yeah, here's my eighth one, and this one I did not too long ago, and this one was fun. This was different. It's a learning curve for me. So I created my own product. I don't know if some of you guys know that I created my own product. It was an iPhone. This is the iPhone 4 case, because this is back when the iPhone 4 was coming out. This is when I was doing this. And this case was called the Switch It case. So me and my partner, we ended up getting a mold done over in China, and we had it all manufactured, and it was an idea of mine and his. We both did it together, and it allowed you to customize your case. I always looked at cases. I'm like, you know what? I love my case and stuff on my phone, but is there any way I can like swap out like the look of it without having to go buy a new case? Can I just buy? So what I did was, as you can see, there's these inserts, and then here's the case. And what you can do is you can just swap out inserts, and you can switch it up daily. So it's kind of a fashion thing, and they pop right in here, and it's on the back of your phone. And if you want to, you take it off, and it pops out pretty easy. Little clips. So we designed this stuff. We figured out a good way for it to work, and we went out to Vegas one day. This is in January of maybe 2012 to go, and I was going to market these, and I was really pushing for it, man. I was really pushing. I went to the show over there. I was in contact with a vendor that was looking to buy some and put them in some of these outfitter stores. I was contacting Brownies. I was contacting all these companies, really hitting it hard, and I was getting results by me going forward with the difficulty. But I know my partner kind of got bummed out with it. We weren't really getting the results, so I know he kind of was just like kind of getting over it, and I'm kind of like just trying to keep this thing alive. And then finally, I was just like, you know what, man? I'm like, we'll just call it quits. Let it go. And I just kept focusing on real estate. So while I was doing real estate, I was doing all these things. I was trying all these businesses because I've been in real estate for a long time. So those are a bunch of failures. I have more than that, but that's 8. I mean, look, I have another. Here's another product I had created. You know what this product was? This product was because I was bothered. Every time I went to a restaurant, the condiments that were on the table were always in the way. I'm like, man, can I just create something that attaches to the side Like it's on the table, right? But, you know, I need to make sure this thing's still working. Is this thing still working? All right, good. So you attach this onto the table, and then you can just put in the condiments. And when you're not using it, it comes off, and you can put it back on the table. And when people come in, boom, 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 get it out the way. It was always in the way. So I created this, and I stopped. And the only reason why I stopped on this one, and it sounds like I stop a lot, but I mean, this is when I was younger. I'm not passionate about some of this stuff. That's the problem. Like this one more so, I was kind of getting geared towards, but other opportunities were coming in front of me. And there's an opportunity that I've been still working on, and this is what I'll show you that I don't give up on difficulty anymore. I've been working on something for 3 years, and you guys soon will know. But 3 years, I've been grinding it out. I've completed my books now, because when the going gets tough, I still move forward. I still move forward now. Why? I learned on my earlier ventures like that. I look back at that, I'm like, dude, I'm tapping out too early, man. I'm giving up. I'm like, dude, stop giving up. Move forward. So now that I'm older and I'm 35 years old, I don't give up on things. I keep moving forward. I will not give up. So that's one reason why some of this stuff wasn't working, okay? So here's the reasons. This is what I want to get at with this stuff. One, if you ever have an idea, just do it. We got people selling air, all right? It sounds funny, but we got people selling air. So if you have an idea, just do it. It's okay if you fail, okay? It's okay if it doesn't work out. If you're passionate about it, just do it. You can make it work. If people can sell air, you can sell anything. You can create anything, okay? So that's one thing. The other thing is don't do it because you're trying to make money. Because what happens to that, if you're like, oh, I just want to make money, you end up doing something that you're not passionate about. And when you're not passionate about it, you're not going to put as much effort into it, right? When the going gets tough, like it's got for me on some of these stuff, I give up. Why? Because I'm not passionate about this stuff. I don't care that much about it. It doesn't mean that much to me. I just want the quick buck. That's what I wanted. I'm different now. So the passion is one thing. The time, the money, you got to let the money go. Stop focusing on the money. Don't worry about the money. And here's the last thing, which is the failure thing. Don't be scared to take risk on some of this stuff or do these ideas because maybe embarrassment or just that you're scared of failure, okay? Be more scared of the regret you're going to have from never even trying. That's what I want you to understand. Be more scared. I'm more scared of not trying. And I now learn to not tap out, to not give up on these things. When it gets difficult, you keep moving forward. And every single time now that I have ran into an obstacle or something that was difficult, I kept moving forward, and it opens up. And I'm like, boom, and it makes you stronger. I no longer chase money. I follow my heart, what I'm passionate about. I enjoy it. It's not work to me. What do you think the quality is going to become? What do you think the outcome is going to be when you're doing something that you love? The money's going to come anyway, so don't even worry about that. Watch. It'll monetize itself. You can monetize it later. Something you're passionate about, that's easy. You love it. It's easy to sell, okay? And the last thing, like I just said, don't be scared of failure, okay? Be scared of the regret you're going to have from never even trying in life. I'll see you guys next week. Alrighty? Have a good one. Thanks for watching.